You guys want to hear something ridiculous? How
Yes.
about a law that makes your house a sensitive area? So let's go ahead and talk about it. Okay, today we're going to be talking about a case out of Illinois. It went to a federal district court. It is Miller versus Mueller. It's Jennifer Miller versus Heidi Mueller, and it's in the Central District of Illinois, Springfield Division of the court. The judge on the case was Myerscough, and her decision was approximately 116 pages. So we're not going to read through all 116 pages or even most of it. We're just going to talk about what it does say and everything else, but I will put it up just so you guys can see what it looks like, because why not? So this is it. It was filed today. Basically, the lawsuit challenges two provisions of Illinois law. One is the daycare home rule, which said it generally prohibits handguns on the premises. All other firearms must be stored, unloaded, disassembled, and locked separately from ammunition and storage inaccessible to children, and required
not a block of concrete, though.
Yeah, and requires parental notification. And now there's the foster home rule, and that requires all firearms and ammunition to be stored locked and accessible to children, and prohibits loaded firearms. So basically, what this law says is that they're allowed to ban guns. Jennifer Miller teamed up with the Second Amendment Foundation, the Illinois State Rifle Association, and Illinois Carry, which is local groups, to sue Heidi Mueller. And you might be wondering who Heidi Mueller is. She's the acting director of the Illinois Department of Child and Family Services, also known as DCFS. And also it sued Raoul, Kwame Raoul, who is the Attorney General of Illinois. So basically they were challenging both of these laws, and they were saying that they ran afoul of Bruin. Now let's go ahead and talk about what Bruin says. And Rich, you can probably do this as well as I can at this point. What's step one of a Bruin analysis?
So it's the plain text of the Second Amendment.
Plain text of the Second Amendment. And we all know from Wolford that you can't try to shoehorn anything else in there. You have to look at two provisions of the Second Amendment. The first one is the person a member of the people. And the people mean those that have reached the age of the majority of the United States, which is currently 18. And Jennifer Miller is over the age of 18, and Darin Miller, her husband, I should say, is also over the age of 18. And these two people that are licensed foster and daycare home providers are definitely members of the people. Then you got to look at what is the item, and the item is a handgun, and a handgun is a bearable arm. Now, we have seen in other cases where they try to argue that certain guns don't fall in this category, but you don't determine that here. You determine that in step two, as they said in Wolford. And now a step two of a historical analysis is looking at the historical tradition of firearms regulations from the founding era, which most consider 1791, the ratification date of the Second Amendment, but sometimes they say 1868. But either way, there's no historical tradition of that. So this should have been open and shut, right?
Well, also Wolford brings up two really good points. It says any weapon that's good for offensive or defensive use is protected. And also, you can't use the racist Jim Crow laws that, wanted to keep the newly freed slaves unarmed. So when you lynch them, when the Democrats lynch them, they wouldn't fight back.
All right. So, exactly. So, Illinois really couldn't produce any type of historical analogs, which don't have to be different, but they have to be similar. But they tried to equate foster care homes and daycare and home daycare centers as sensitive areas, because in Bruin they said like certain places, sensitive areas, you can ban guns, but it has to be used sparingly. So they used the sensitive places analogy. Basically, they said licensed daycare centers and foster homes or analogous to sensitive places such as schools. So they said because the kids could learn in those environments, whether they're foster care kids or daycare kids, that they are like schools. And also they said because, if you have a foster kid, you can discipline them, and in schools they can discipline kids. So therefore,
there's oxygen in schools also.
Yeah. And then they also said because their children are present and there's children present in schools, that it's analogous schools because there's kids there.
Mm-hmm. That makes perfect sense to me. I don't know what we're talking about here.
And also, they also said, well, these aren't permanent restrictions either. They're only temporary as long as you have a license.
Which is permanent as long as you have a license.
As long as you have like a foster kid. And it doesn't consist of a broad public ban on these stuff because you can just give up your license.
So I'm sure that works like for writing wherever you want in the bus, or freedom of speech or freedom of religion. I mean,
as long as they offer you a religion, is freedom of religion.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Or a seat on the bus.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Makes sense to me.
The plaintiff in the case tried to argue something called the unconstitutional conditions doctrine, but the court rejected that as well because they considered because basically what they were arguing is because you have to give up your surrender your Second Amendment rights to get a government license or government benefit, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
That that is an unconstitutional condition doctrine. Basically, they can't make you give up rights for something else. The courts rejected that, or the judge, because it was a district court, so it was one person, rejected that because it's a voluntary contractual relationship with the state. Wow. If you want to foster a kid, you own a gun, you're a terrible person, so we're not going to let you do that.
Hold on. Where is my Bill of Rights? So what else do we give up? Like search and seizure, quartering of soldiers.
Yeah. And they said that it's just the judge also called it a reasonable condition. And they said and the plaintiffs aren't forced to give up the guns because they can just decline or relinquish their license. So you're not being forced to. If you want to do what you can still be a daycare. You just can't have any kids.
So what I'm looking at the Bill of Rights here, why don't they go for all 10 of the Bill of Rights instead of just the Second Amendment?
Well, she did say that, government contractors, public employees, do relinquish other rights, such as the Fourth Amendment. And that safety interest outweighs the constitutional right.
Oh, can I vote in on safety? How can I keep my family safe if I don't have a gun?
Well, let's say that's true. Let's say the safety entrance is so when you weigh interest outside a right against a right, that
That's
is
called
called
interest balancing, right?
interest balancing.
And there's never been a case of a good guy with a gun stopping a bad guy with a gun. We have never seen that happen.
No, it didn't happen this weekend.
Absolutely not.
Crumpy, how many foster kids die from guns versus stairs,
Ooh.
bathtubs, or swimming pools? That's a good question.
Ooh. Definitely swimming pools are more deadly to all kids than firearms.
Yeah.
Unless you go to 19-year-olds and include gangbangers.
So here, they also like the state brought in an expert witness that says, that if you don't have firearms around, it's going to reduce firearms related injuries and deaths.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if you eliminate all cars, no kids will die in cars either.
And also, this is another thing. Another point that they try to make is, it doesn't ban all guns or all people from owning guns. Police can still have guns. So if you're a police officer that's a foster parent, you can still have a gun. Therefore, it's not violating anyone's rights.
Wait, hold on. I remember something about not being two classes of people and rights applying differently. I don't know where that would be written.
Yeah, it seems like that would be the equal protection clause.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But what do I know?
Right? We're not lawyers. We don't know this stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. So what do I know? And you want to talk about the trial?
Wait, is the judge Ketanji Brown Jackson?
You want to talk about the trial?
Sure.
The judge ruled that they didn't need a trial.
So, I mean, the judge summary judgmented it on her own?
Yeah.
And I'm saying her, assuming it's a her.
It is her. So, yeah. We got that too, right?
So, wait. Hold on. I know there's a Bill of Rights that covers this. Let's say suits in common law where values controversial. There's something about representation. I know, you probably have the right to a trial.
Yeah, well, the judge said she was prioritizing the state's interest over the full exercise of the
Wait, interest. Is that like interest balancing?
Yes, that is intermediate scrutiny, interest balancing, which is forbidden under Bruin.
I was going to say, is the Judge Thomas SWAT team coming after this lady for extreme rendition?
Yeah, it's like, let's go ahead and go ahead directly against Bruin.
Bruin and every other First Amendment right.
This is a terrible, terrible decision made by an activist judge.
But which, Crump, I've said this before. I don't know that I have more integrity than anyone else, but I know between you and me, you would feel the same way. If the law states something, but my opinion is different, and that's what the law clearly says, I would be compelled as a judge to do what the law says. I wouldn't be, twisting it, like going through all sorts of mental gymnastics to make it fit what I think.
Yeah.
This judge should be disbarred.
Yeah, okay. So he originally was nominated by Clinton in 1995. But her nomination was withdrawn.
Where did she clerk under RBG? What's going on here?
She clerked. Actually, I have that information, Rich. So,
and Crump and I didn't even talk about this beforehand.
No, Harold Baker, who was another left-leaning judge, but she was so left-leaning that her nomination was withdrawn, and then in February of 2010, she was renominated by Barack Obama.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Wow. This is an impressive set of skills that this lady has.
Yeah. So originally, but she was too left-leaning in her nomination up.
I mean, if we had a decent federal judiciary, there might be a special office of people that would go after cases like this and maybe file lawsuits.
Yeah. What Rich is talking about is, I mean, it's not a secret anymore, Rich. We can talk about it.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to break the news since he's been both our lawyers?
Well, you do it, Crumpy, because I didn't get official notice that I can break my silence.
Well, it's all over Twitter.
It's all over Twitter? Oh, I missed out then.
Yeah.
All right. So Stephen Stambolier is now working for the Fed, and he's on a special task force that goes after...
Or he will be at the end of the month.
That goes after cases just like this.
Yeah, so Stephen Stambolia, who, 2A Law on YouTube, that's what he was.
The machine gun lawyer.
The machine gun lawyer, Stambo. And if you guys recall, people are like, oh, why is he putting down all this stuff?
He had a higher calling.
I said work, right? Oh, I wasn't being dishonest. I just wasn't telling you everything I knew. So yeah. So he is going to be I don't know yet, Kurt, but he his job is going to be a trial lawyer for the DOJ, going after working with Barry Arrington and targeting like states and other localities that are violating your gun rights.
The big dog's gonna eat.
Yes. So even though he's been doing a hell of a job for us, he can do film real good at where he's going to be.
And he is incredibly motivated and incredibly excited about the work that he's going to be doing. So this is very exciting news, and he wants this.
Yes, he wants this, definitely. He definitely wants it. And he's going to be able to do some really, really good work, and I'm excited. But let's get back to this story, because I've been looking into this judge a little bit, right? So I have all our donations. She did donate $200 to a Republican, but $200 there, but it's mostly Democrats here. Which is interesting. So you can definitely see the way she leans.
There's a paper trail.
Yeah.
So it seems like she throws $200 around a lot.
Yeah. Thank you for the silver star. I appreciate that. I'm not even sure what that is, but thank you so much for that. You know what that is?
I have no idea. Is that a new YouTube feature?
Oh, I don't know. I'm kind of curious. But yeah,
I knew what all the YouTube features were.
I'm gonna Google that. But thank you so much. Proud raise for it.
Crowd Raiser Day's coming up.
It's 2 joules. No idea.
Okay.
Enough currency to buy interactive gifts or to creators. Interesting. Interesting.
I'm not sure what day we're celebrating Crowd Raiser Day this year.
I don't even know what that is still.
You really don't know the Crowd Raiser story?
No, I keep on telling you that.
Oh,
We can talk
gosh.
about it offline. I just wanted to
Yeah.
get the video out there. Don't go anywhere because I really, really want to find out what the hell this is.
Ooh, we can celebrate Crowd Raiser Day on the actual day this year.
Okay. All right. And with that, we're gonna get out of here. This pissed me off because we need foster parents for these kids,
And we need to fight these tyrants.
and because there's a lot of kids in foster care that just need loving homes, and
Amen.
you're gonna eliminate half the population because you don't agree with their political stance. Seems kind of ridiculous to me.
Amen.
But maybe they're doing it because it makes it harder to indoctrinate people if they're with people who actually believe in liberty and justice and freedom.
Right. Right.
That could be it too. But with that, we're out of here. I do believe that this case is going to go up to the circuit court, and I believe that the circuit court will overturn it.
Hopefully it happens quickly.
Yeah, because the last thing I'll say, or maybe not, because the judge is very clear that she used interest balancing. I mean, she said she weighed, she weighed the wants of the state against the the Second Amendment. What did she say? She prioritizes the state's interest over the full exercise of the Second Amendment, which is not good. All right, and by that, we're gonna get out of here. Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back tomorrow or something. I don't know. And yeah, don't go anywhere. I'm gonna find out about this crowd raiser thing. It's for like 2 years. Oh, Stephen Williford called about you today.
Oh yeah.
You want to know where you were and where you were on at goals.
Oh shoot! Well, that's nice. What a kind guy.
He was looking for you guys. Like they weren't there. You said he couldn't find your booth. Like,
oh
there.
Yeah, we'll be at Tampa.
All right, I'll see
Is
you
that
guys.
public?
Yeah, they put it on Twitter.
Oh okay.
Yeah, goals next year is gonna be at Tampa. I'm gonna be down there. My sister's moving to Tampa, so
I'll be staying at Walter Keller's house because he lives there nearby.
my whole family will be there. My wife, my kids, me. So I'm out of meetups next year. With that, we're out of here. Bye. Don't go